My name is Tracy James Givens, and I need your help. I am a target of stalking and electronic harassment and would like my story to be told. This may well be the worst case of bullying in U.S. history, simply because of who the perpetrators turn out to be. I feel there will be no difficulty in documenting the harassment as actually taking place, since the perpetrators have involved the entire city and more in their campaign, a campaign that has gone on for years. Police corruption, abuse of power and authority, misappropriation of funds, sales of government technology are just a few of the things we'll uncover while narrowing down the perpetrators in this case. I further feel it will lead to other issues such as fraud, health scams, insurance scams, and Social Security fraud, while leading to an organized criminal group involved in child pornography, forced prostitution, extortion, slavery, and human trafficking. By exposing the perpetrators in this case, I feel it will help many other targets across this nation, and perhaps lead to stiffer laws and penalties being enacted with better resources for victims. My name is Tracy James Givens, and I'm being bullied.
Hello everyone. I don't know how this is going to come out. I'm making this outside of Starbucks here in Forest Hill, Texas. My name is Tracy Givens. I'm an electronic harassment target living here in Fort Worth, Texas. The perpetrators. Well, first let's cover electronic harassment. Electronic harassment is not your normal harassment. It's not monitoring your phone or your computer, although that is part of it. It's not just stalking you around as normal surveillance is, because it is surveillance. Electronic harassment does encompass surveillance. After all, how could they try to drive you insane if they didn't know what you were doing? So it encompasses stalking, both inter and intra, which means stalking around your local unit, your local area, I should say. Plus, if you travel, like I travel a lot driving a truck, they'll follow you into other states. Same group of people, all that stuff. But it's more than just monitoring your phone, your mail, your emails. It's not just putting hidden microphones and cameras in your home, although they do this. They do this to a lot of targets like myself. No, electronic harassment as a whole with this surveillance is electronic surveillance. Turns the target, like myself, into a walking, talking piece of surveillance equipment. They have the ability to see through my eyes in real time, hear through my ears, everything that's said. And this was for top-level diplomats traveling abroad. Of course, our government diplomats, they would be informed of this, and their staff would sign waivers saying that they understood they were under surveillance while they were in this person's presence. And that was a great tool back in the day. You know, great tool. But electronic harassment, what happens is they tell a lie and they get you under some type of surveillance. I was supposed to be a drug dealer and a murderer. That's what excuse they're telling to say they put me under this type of surveillance. The highest level of surveillance the United States government knows. Even if I was dealing drugs, even if I did kill 10 people, 20 people, that does not warrant putting me under this. All right, I do not fall within the category, but yet I'm placed under this surveillance. And these members in it have just happened to bypass all the laws.
Are you being stalked, harassed, and your privacy violated? Has your work and personal life been sabotaged or ruined and you don't know why? Are you experiencing trouble with your phone, email, and internet services? Are you being denied help from governing and city officials? You are not alone.
As many as one person per 100 are being targeted in North America.
Same tactics get thrown on this list and
technological and community-based responses. Gang stalking, or group stalking, groups of people stalking individuals.
street harassment.
This is exactly what is happening to me.
Understand this and be clear. Anybody that engages in organized gang stalking expeditions towards me, I will expose you one day. I don't care who you are or who you think you are or who you're connected to. I will expose you. And I don't care if it makes me appear crazy or not. I will expose you.
Gang stalking will not be tolerated.
all over the world. People are sick of being subjected to organized gang stalking. Across the globe, people are watching in communities and neighborhoods. People watching. People listening. People sharing information. People filming individuals and vehicles, documenting, exposing organized harassment activities. Organized gang stalking and community harassment is a crime. There is nothing lawful about organized gang stalking and community harassment. It doesn't matter who's doing it or what their profession may be. All across America, people have decided enough is enough. The targeted are now targeting. People have decided it's time to crack the whip on organized gang stalking and community harassment. We will be watching, recording, exposing, and punishing those involved. Do your part to destroy organized gang stalking today. For more information, visit Organized Stalking Informers on YouTube at www.youtube.com/OSINFORMERS.
You probably heard that. That's one of my idiots from down in the neighborhood. Here's your car right here. License plate number is Victor 61 X-Ray Mary Thomas. You might have heard him go in. Anyway, but what else encompasses it? They tell a lie. They put you on this surveillance. All right, highest level of surveillance there is. They just take their word. Well, this surveillance also, for the top level diplomats, like I said, it hears through their ears, sees through their eyes. It also has the ability to speak to them, and that's what it was for. If danger was approaching a top level diplomat, they could just speak into a microphone like I'm doing, and he would hear it in his head. It's called microwave hearing. It's also called synthetic telepathy or voice to skull. But this would give, the diplomat an idea of what's going on, which way he needs to, exit the room. An example, say something's going bad and, they got this guy under surveillance, one of our diplomats. And they'd simply, we're just going to use George here, right? They would simply just say, George or Mr. George, you need to depart the room through the door on your left as soon as possible. And he would hear this. They'd be talking in a meeting. Nobody else would hear it. And he'd excuse himself to go to the restroom or get a drink or whatever. And he'd go through that door while whatever's going to happen happens. That was the use of this. That was the purpose of this. Top-level diplomats traveling abroad and high-security risks to this nation. Terrorists, shit like that. Of course, they wouldn't tell them, but that's what it's about. But these guys, over the years, have got this equipment and have been selling it to their drug-dealing friends and stuff like that. Of course, now we got this equipment loose on the street. Nobody can check the names on that. Nobody even bothers because they try to say that you're crazy, you're insane, you're hearing voices, you must be crazy. Man, there's 200 government documents that talk all about the technology, how the Air Force came up against it, how it was first discovered by a radar operator back in the 60s, could hear the sound of his radar in his head, etc., etc., how the government jumped on that and, just went crazy. Well, electronic harassment is electronic surveillance of this highest nature, coupled with perverts at the other end. And they try to drive you crazy. They try to piss you off to where you look crazy, to where you kill one of them. But the ones out here on the street doing this tell some BS and it's all forgotten. Nobody thinks anything about it. So it's very hard to get anybody to pay attention when you try to tell them what's going on. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that right fast. Electronic harassment is dangerous to the target. It's dangerous to the operators. It's dangerous to the general public. To make it worse, the ones operating it here in the Fort Worth, Texas area have been doing so for over 45 years. That gives you an idea who the family is right there. How many people have had access to this type of surveillance equipment for 45 years? What was the name? Check it out yourselves, all you government employees working, watching this. You have access. Look it up. Then look up who lives in my area, Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas area. Self-explanatory, y'all. Either way, these people are going to be locked up. The government's going to get involved one way or the other. Enough is enough. That's the bottom line. That's just reality, folks. Thanks for watching. Pay attention to some more. Y'all have a great day.